everybody. Welcome to Storytime. My name is Mrs. Henry, and I'm really glad to see you. Oh, what's that? Did you say there's someone behind me? There is. It's Barney. Barney is my bear, and of course he's here with us. Hi, kids. I am so glad to see you. It's true, Barney and I like to do story time together. Sometimes he helps, and sometimes he helps just by listening. And those are both good ways to enjoy story time. Oh, Mrs. Henry, can I help by telling what we call this story time? Yes, go ahead, Barney. It's called ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And you can watch this story time anytime. There's also stories and songs, plus letters and numbers and all kinds of fun. It sounds really fun. Can we start with our first song? Good idea, Barney. Do you want to join in or do you want to listen this time? I think I want to listen with my little round furry bear ears. All right then, Barney, why don't you go ahead? You can sit right here and we're going to sing our hello song. And hello, oh, don't fall over, Barney. You good? Yes. He doesn't want to sit up. There, Barney. And the way we say hello with our voice is by saying hello. But we can also say hello with our hands. Hello. This is a way of using American Sign Language. There's another good word we like to use with our voice, friends. And you can say friends with your fingers. Friends. That is an American Sign Language word too. So let's put those two together as we sing a hello song. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. We're happy to be here today. And I am so happy to be here today. And Barney is too. And we are going to start with some songs and stories about the number 10. Do you know if you hold your fingers up like this, you have 10 fingers. And we're going to start with a story where we're going to use our fingers to sing a dinosaur song. So hold up one finger. This is your dinosaur. One dinosaur went out one day on a spider web to play. She had such enormous fun. She roared for another dinosaur to come. Do you like to roar? Give it a try. Roar! You know what happened? 2 dinosaurs went out one day on a spider web to play. They had such enormous fun. They roared for another dinosaur to come. Get your roaring hands ready. Roar! Ooh, that was good. I heard you. Now, how many are there? 3. 3 dinosaurs on a spider web. 3 dinosaurs went out one day on a spider web to play. They had such enormous fun. Yeah, they roared for another dinosaur to come. I need your help roaring. You ready? Roar! Ooh, that was good too. And how many are there now? 4. 4 dinosaurs. You can hold up 4 fingers. That's like your 4 dinosaurs. 4 dinosaurs went out one day on a spider web to play. They had such enormous fun. They roared for all the dinosaurs to come. They roared for them all. That better be a big roar. Roar! It worked. 10 dinosaurs on a spider web. You want to count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dinosaurs on a very strong spider web. That is a big, strong spider web. And we got to count to 10 while we sang that song, didn't we? And you know that there's actually several ways to count to 10. Maybe you didn't know that. We're going to try that right now in a story. This story is told in Africa. Several nations tell it. The first time I heard it, I was told it was Libya, but I think there's many nations who tell this story. And it starts with Panther. Panther was actually king of all the beasts. and he knew he would not live forever, and he began to be worried. Who would be a ruler who would be wise and fair with all the animals when Panther was no longer alive? He got an idea. He called all the animals together, and they had a big party. And then at the end of the party, Panther said to them all, I would like somebody to be ruler when I am no longer with us. And I want it to be one of you, but I need to find out who would be the most wise, the most clever, the most fair. So we're going to have a test. Now the animals were worried, just like maybe you would be, but this was a fun test. What Panther said is, do you see the stick? Just throw it up the air, count to 10, and catch it before you finish counting to 10. Whoever can do that will be ruler after I am gone. Well, the animals thought that was going to be pretty easy, and each one wanted to take a turn. This is the first animal to take her turn. What animal is that? Giraffe. That's right. Well, she was sure she could do it because she was so tall. Surely she could throw it up and catch it very quickly. So she took the stick in her mouth and she threw it in the air as high as she could, and she counted to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it landed on the ground before she could catch it and before she could finish counting to 10. This might be more difficult than it sounds. The next animal, though, was ready to try. Can you see who it was? Who's that? Crocodile. Crocodile wanted to try it next. He took the stick in his mouth and he threw it as high as he could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, he couldn't do it either. Well, there were still a lot of animals to try. The next one who wanted to try was a big gray elephant. Yes, Elephant was ready to try, and he decided that he was going to throw it as hard as he could. He was going to try it as high as he could. That was probably the way to do it. So he took it in his trunk, and he threw that stick as hard and high as he could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though he threw it very high, it wasn't high enough for him to finish counting to 10 and to catch it. So Elephant was not able to do it either. The next animal was sure that he would be able to because it was Monkey. That's right. And Monkey, like people, has hands with thumbs. So he thought that he would be able to really throw it high. But just to be on the safe side, he decided he would count very, very, very fast as well. So he threw it up and he counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Monkey could not do it either. One by one, all the animals tried. They tried throwing it high. They tried counting fast. They tried to use all their strength. They counted so fast it felt like their tongues were tangling. But none of them was able to do it. Not until this animal tried. It was Deer. Deer took the stick in her mouth. She threw it up. She counted to 10, and she caught it. Hooray! Oh, all the animals cheered, even if they hadn't been the successful ones, because they, like Panther, knew that she had demonstrated that she was indeed very clever and a good ruler. And how in the world did she do it? Did she throw it higher? Did she try and count faster? Not exactly. She counted like this. 5, 10. Well, that is another way of counting to 10. It's called counting by fives. Remember when we had our hands up? We counted to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if you count by fives, you just say 5, 10. That is another way of counting to 10. It's a lot faster, isn't it? There's even a third way, which is counting by twos, and that's when you skip every other number and you say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's another way to count to 10. But this story with Deer is called 2 Ways to Count to 10. And do you want to know a secret? In our library, at the Peninsula Center Library, we have a carving that tells this story. A lot of people walk right past it and they don't know what it is. If you come to the library and ask any of the librarians, we'll show you. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it tells the story from Africa, 2 ways to count to 10. You know what? I like counting to 10, and here's another fun way you can count to 10. In fact, it isn't counting to 10, it's counting backwards. Have you ever counted backwards? Have you ever seen a rocket blast off? They count to 10 that way too. It's called counting down. And we're going to try counting down right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's counting backwards. And I know a rhyme about this too, and it is about rockets. Are you ready? You can use your hands to pretend they're rockets. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to be there soon. Ready to count? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Yay! Should we try that one more time? I really like counting backwards. Can you tell? Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to be there soon. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Yay! We did it. We counted to 10, and then we counted backwards, and then we counted by 5. So there was a lot of fun we had with those numbers. And do you know what? You can have fun with numbers anytime, not just at story time. If you are in your room and you're looking at your toys, you can count how many stuffed animals you have. Or here I am in my bedroom. I can count how many windows I have. I have 1, 2, 3. You can't see them, but I have 3 windows in my room. Another thing you can do is, what if you're in the car on the way to preschool or to the grocery store or to gymnastics? You can look out the window and count lots of things. Maybe you can count stop signs, or maybe you can count the number of red cars you see. When you have lunch, you can count too. How about you're having goldfish today for lunch with crackers? How many crackers would you have? Count the crackers. And tomorrow, if you're having grapes, count the grapes. There's numbers all around, and it's really fun to count them. And don't forget, you can always count backwards too. Wow, we had a good time today at Storytime, didn't we? I sure did. Barney is just sitting here. Barney, what are you doing? Is it time to sing our goodbye song? Yeah, it is. But we have to wave to do that. Are you ready to wave, Barney? Oh, this was so fun. I don't like saying goodbye, but we're going to have another story time real soon. So I'm going to get my waving paws ready. He can use his waving paw, and I can use my waving hand. We might even do a little clapping. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends, then wave goodbye like this. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Barney and I can't wait to see you again soon.